No, and wait a second. I was under the strong impression that Dunkin' Donuts took over the US back in like 2018 when all of them started like just popping up out of nowhere, but I guess that was just Florida.
I think most of the U.S. yes, but I live in the hillbilly woods, and so no, my place is not big enough. the the people around me, they can live without Dunkin' Donuts, but like they're angry that we never got like a Trader Joe's. Do you have a Trader Joe's? Is that a Florida thing?
We have like and my I mean my city is a little we have like 3 and it's little. It's a little city. A, a lot of people here love Trader Joe's.
Oh my gosh. Like my entire region petitioned and they're like, "No, you don't have enough people." Probably what they meant to say is you don't have enough hippies who care about their health to like actually do that. They're like, "You guys go get your food at Costco. Go get your, feed your whole family hot dogs and just go back to the hills." Oh, I love Trader Joe's. It's better that they don't have it here because there's a couple things on that menu that are like divine.
Is that where all your NFT money would go if you had a Trader Joe's around you?
No, no, I'd be buying like the Wagyu beef top ramen. Like I'd be
Mhm, mhm,
instead
mhm.
of 29 cents per bag or box, I don't know what it is. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna get the 39 cents, guys. Like,
Oh, oh my God, Canessa, what have you done? What is this?
I mean, you can live without nutrition for a long time, but I'm not sure that when there's an NFT on the floor, I think you just got to know how long your body can live without food. You're like, yeah, I
No, no,
3
I'm
weeks.
talking about this build. Why? Is there a shortcut?
What are you talking about?
Wait, am I at the right place?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm at Canessa CBD build. It's like it's a maze right now.
Oh, no, 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 that's just an old one. Just because, like, I have to get the Jared will love it. I have to get the POI changed, and until I do, um, that has a POI on it. And he pointed out that I had like not named it very well. Like it literally was just new scene, which is better than the one time that I named it like me just doing shit. And so I have to like remember that if somebody comes there, I don't want them to come to like a dead empty scene. Although I just haven't like put a bunch of stuff on it. So at least the maze, I'm like, all right. But no, we're at negative 150.95.
Even M is like, I'm sorry, where is it? And then Father Finn's like, you lied. Okay, so negative 150. What was the other coordinate?
95. Um,
95.
I'm just curious, did they click on a link to get there? Do we have like a broken link I don't know about?
No, personally, what I clicked on was the Genesis Plaza, like the crowd or
Oh.
the place where people are.
You just followed the crowd.
Yeah, basically,
That's okay.
we're gonna need a few.
Finn, oh my gosh.
Well,
Finn.
but for some reason, I don't see that there's an event active over like Athena currently.
Hmm.
Like you know how like when you press
Oh
M,
yeah. Yeah.
that
Let me look at my map.
maybe the event expired in.
Um yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure I kept up on it, but yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, we could just check and see.
I'm just gonna give all my friends kisses. Okay, M says it was me. I searched CBD and went there. Oh, I didn't know that comes up
uh,
for CBD. Okay,
yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
M.
Okay,
Uh,
so Canessa, I found the issue, I guess, with that. It's because we never did the time change, so it's saying that it's starting at 1 p.m. Eastern or like in 1 hour.
in 1 hour. Okay, all right. So, God, I hate daylight saving time in UTC. Like in a UTC world, I hate that because it's like that was months ago. I mean, literally like 2 months ago, and it's still haunting me. Just like Father Finn's legs. They're there, but they're not. What the heck? Oh, shadow person. That's a cool thing. Okay. Thanks, you guys.
So we had an exciting week. We friggin' we had our egg hunt and we had a bunch of people come through. So that was actually pretty fun to see. I'm noticing that the website's not working this morning. uh,
Which website?
the website to track all the winners or
Mhm.
like to the where the list of all the winners are. I'm just getting this type error cannot read properties of undefined reading length at handle quest data root at dash express dash anxar dash plaza dash build dash utils dash yeah, it's broken. But luckily, I got the list of the top 10. So, although the egg hunt is over, the prizes are still we still have to distribute some more prizes, or at least contribution rewards. I like to uh call them. And good morning one exists.
Morning, morning. Yeah, same thing with my end, or what I my end with the Quest thing. I'm guessing maybe he's done some updates or something, and figured since it was done. But I did take screenshots of all of it, so I do have that somewhere if needed ever.
No. Well, I kind of this kind of ruins everything because I was gonna use that data on that website to get all the wallets. That
Oh yes, yes, that would have been easy, wouldn't it? And
yep.
I don't think what mine shows. I don't think you see. You might see the full wallet, but that's a lot of typing too.
Yep. Yep. All right. Well, you said you had screenshots, right?
I do.
Okay. Fu-
75 people were on there. So that's
uh,
pretty cool. I hope everyone had fun, and thank you everyone that gave it a shot, and thank you everyone that participated. And I'm sorry for those that we had some technical difficulties with,
Hey, this is only
but it
like
was great.
version zero of
Over
everything.
Overall, it was a success in my opinion. So I did freak out at first for a little bit, and then some people calmed me down.
Yep. Good morning, Lastrom.
Hey, the website is going on um, undergoing updates, so all the data is there. It's just you can't access it like that because we've updated the quest system for daily, weekly, reoccurring quests, quests across the metaverse, HyperFi, Web 2. So it was a great first test for a single metaverse, but now we have the ability to do daily, reoccurring quests. So there could be a quest, for instance, today, and it resets weekly, and you post a QR code or something, and everybody that goes to that website would essentially complete the quest for the CBD spaces, and you could give them points, you could give them whatever you want, and then over time track participation. So that's why the website doesn't work.
So, but okay, you said that that is there, so like it's going under an update, so it will be, I mean, it'll be back up and running kind of how it was before, or is there uh
Yep. Yep,
okay, cool.
we restructured how the quests work because now there's attempts because we have repeatable quests. So um, now every quest will have an attempt, and even if it's just a one-time attempt, like the egg hunt, it's one attempt. So we're updating all of that leaderboard. That leaderboard was really just built quickly to help 1E. And anybody else. So um, it actually turned out to be nice. So we'll bring that back. But the Questing's gone under a huge update, so would love for people to keep using it, even to just track users on your parcel.
Yep, yep. So, yeah, if anyone is curious about IWB and setting up your own quests, definitely hit up Lastrum. All right. Well, I'm happy. I don't. But I was gonna pivot, but I guess no need to pivot. So the idea now that we're here, the idea was that I'm gonna we have I guess a set amount of little bit of mana, a little bit of mana basically, and what I would like to do is kind of do a wheel. Let's take the top 10 egg hunt participants, put them on a wheel, and draw for six winners for 50 mana. And yeah, anything from there, I was planning on just like redistributing the rest of the mana amongst like from places 44 to 50, uh, and then the rest 75. The rest of the 25 would get, I guess, CBD jackets or something like that. I just thought it'd be a nice gesture to everyone that came in and participated. I know it's not much, like really, it's not much, but um, I figured if you could just at least come out with something. Like at this point, the place is 40. What is it? 44? Yeah, 44. No, 46. 47 through, or I'm sorry, 7 through 50. We'll get about nine mana. I've looked, I once again not much, but I've looked in the marketplace. There are plenty of wearables in the marketplace that you can purchase for under one mana, or even like two mana, three mana. You know, you could try to maybe get an outfit out of it if you really look. But yeah, just want to thank everyone, and I'll get the wheel. I'm wondering if it was like a platform-wide thing and if like everyone's Twitter space kinda just took a shit.
I bet. I bet. I bet the crypto bros are gonna be. They're just gonna be losing their mind.
No, my Twitter space had thousands of bots in it. All right, I think I got the CBD account back into the space. I believe the last thing I was doing was like just saying some shout outs. And I just saw Souls walk into the La Cantina on Decentraland. Good morning, Souls. Good to see you. And good morning, Mikey Z. Low Poly Models. Hi, KJ. And looks like our space is back. uh, so like I think we really need to start considering like as a community, as like just a group of people, like not even like to throw on that tacky word like the community, like let's as a group of people that love to use this platform. I feel like this is the year that, since we have the technology now, that where we could s- start like creating these individual events. Like I mean, we just had egg hunt. Like I feel like we need to have a kind of like a community um like event or something like that, where you like follow a ghost around and maybe there could be a story to it, and it could be like you need to follow the ghost to different lands, and like once you reach the land, like one land, there could be a hint. You touch the ghost, he'll appear in the next parcel where the hint is telling you to go to, and so on. I don't know. And then at the end it scares the fuck out of you.
Well, I mean, I think like the plan from Decentraland is to have what is it, the Spooktober or some kind of big spooky fest. So that'll be interesting to see how Foundation, curates that and creates their experience. But I know other people have talked about wanting to do something like maybe a little bit more gory than probably Foundation would create for years. And so I hope, I think I think you're right. I think it'd be fun to you know, spend time. Maybe it's something that people even start creating now for October because time definitely gets away from you. It'll be
Hmm.
interesting to see what comes up.
Hmm. And I mean, I'm just what I'm basically like my I guess my thoughts kind of just go down to like I don't want to rely on the foundation for events. Like I mean, they've been doing great lately. They've been honestly doing very, very great. But if I'm not mistaken, last year they didn't even celebrate their own birthday.
Well, I don't think that has been celebrated since the big birthday cake. So, and it might just be like that. Might literally just be the way that it goes. Like I don't know. That's I think it kind of is, and maybe that one year kind of made us expect that kind of celebration every year. But definitely in this space, NFT projects that survive that long, like there's not many of them that are celebrating 5 years in existence. Like those, there's sadly like most NFT projects started in 2017 are in the NFT graveyard right now. So the fact that we're still here, maybe we're on life support, ICU, I don't know. Go ahead, last one.
Yep.
I love that idea. I just two things. That website should be working again, Sinful. I just pushed an update for it for backwards compatibility for the Quest system. And then if we want to use Angzar as a central location, we can take away the reserved land for the Spooktober or whatever and have a big block of land and we can all contribute to it. Happy to do that. Again, we have like a plaza of 400 parcels to do with it, whatever we want with in one location. We, the community.
Okay. Huh. I'm wondering if Has completed task, has not completed task. I'm a little lost here with this list because I thought Rustan was number one. Right now it's showing Hayabusa is number one. Old guy. No, this is not in order. I have it in descending.
Here, yeah, I'll send you the link. Do you have it in ascending?
Yeah. I had it in descending. But
Is
yeah,
Hayabusa first?
yeah, it doesn't seem to be in order.
Here, this link,
Yep. All right. Thank you.
and then this is ascending, so you could change the filter to descending.
Yep. There we go. Now it's working. Sweet. Now I now I'll get these names, put them on the list. Let's see. Have we found one exist yet? Did he find or not? Not we found. Has one exist found us yet? Oh, there he is. We all rugged in the same space, but we're back. One exists. And I want to welcome Pixie Moon Beamer for joining us and the listeners down there. I think it's your first time here. Really appreciate your time. And I see that you are Brave fam. Pretty exciting. I might, or I might, I will be having Bats Earn coming on my show, be my Monday night show, Beyond the NFT this week. I don't know if you know him, but uh, seems to be very, very connected with you guys or at Brave.
He's our resident pelican, isn't he?
Yes, wait, is he Decentraland's resident Pelican or Brave's resident Pelican?
I think maybe both. I want to say he's friends with like our Wasi, but I don't know if Wasi's and pelicans since
Hi.
they can't fly.
Hi.
It might not be. Good morning, Pixamoon. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I hope everyone's doing well on the space. Yes, Battern is somebody who I aspire to be in Web3. So I work with him very closely. I try to bring up projects that need spotlighting. So I'm mainly like a facilitator of spaces. We had a really big one, sports wise, about 2 or 3 days ago, and he blew it out the water. I mean, everybody really enjoyed it. So he's bringing great energy to your space really soon.
Yeah, yes, we love him. We love him from like day one when he joined our Discord server. Uh, we instantly started like vibing and talking about pelicans.
Oh yeah, the Pelly is everything. I mean, it's just his spirit animal. It embodies everything. So just watch out for as many Pellies as you can see that he's gonna post. It'll change your world for sure. But hey, y'all, I'm getting ready to go in for a haircut, but I just wanted to stop in and see what you're talking about and can't wait to join some more of your spaces.
Yeah, thank you for popping in. We're here every Saturday at noon Eastern. We have these spaces every week, so yeah, you're always welcome to join. Have a great day. Take care. I see Julia Sky there in the listeners as well. I've been seeing Julia traveling. I hope you're having lots of fun. Happy birthday, Julia. I believe it was your birthday a few days ago. And yeah, I hope your birthday vacation or your travels have been everything you dreamed of them being. Let's see. Looks like Julia would like to come up and speak. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I have been on a journey and tried to rest, but I have a photo shoot coming right now. Like a girl named Kelsey is coming over to my grandma's place and we're doing a rock and roll fantasy photo shoot. So I'm like one rest time. And my cat's pregnant, so things are exciting.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I mean, the grind don't stop.
Yeah, like I love it. Sometimes things happen either all at once or like nothing happens. So right now everything's happening all at once.
That
I wish it was like one or the other, just like a nice slow pace, but everything's happening. I like it though. I like the pressure, or not really the pressure, but I like the excitement and the build up and the adventures. And I just discovered Decentraland, so I feel like it's a very spiritual realm. And the things that have been happening in Decentraland have been kind of happening in the real world, and there's just a lot too many synchronicities right now that later I'm gonna have to sit down and think about what happened.
Because your kitty is Stella, right?
Yeah, so my
Stella.
cat, my cat's name is like I named her. I found this cat, actually, my building manager, Gabby, who helped me during a very low time in my life. She like I had a really bad divorce and stuff, and I was kind of lost wandering Tremont, this small town that I ended up in. And I walked inside this building that had a portal and this arch, and I was drawn to it. And my building manager, Gabby, she just kind of like saved me. She was like, let's set you up with this spot. All I cared about was the window light. I was like, oh my God, the window light. This is perfect. I didn't even think about the amenities. I'm just like, I need this place like right now. Get me this space. I got like a job across the street in the morning at a deli just to give myself some kind of stability. And then a similar thing happened with my cat. She ended up just being abandoned and lost, like in the corner of the building. And one of the neighbors found her and brought her in. And they were like, "Do you want to keep this cat?" And I was like, "I don't know. I kind of travel and stuff." But as soon as I looked into her eyes, it was just kind of like one of those moments where, like, wow, we're the same, but different, different. I'll take you in. And then I was just kind of obsessed with her. So I kept her, and then I went to the Philippines, and then my neighbor KJ messaged me while I was in the Philippines. He's like, "I think she's pregnant." And I was like, "What?" You know? Okay, so now I have to learn how to give birth to a cat, which I'm very stoked about.
And then I think the cool connection. We were at a party and with Stella Cat. I think everybody probably knows Stella Cat, who does a lot in Decentraland and some other virtual worlds. And you're like, my cat's name is Stella, so it's just this cool moment as well. Um, that is gonna be so cool of baby kittens. I bet that's gonna be a handful, but fun.
Yeah, it was surreal that Stella the cat was in Decentraland, and she sends like pets, and good energy towards Stella. Maybe she impregnated my cat through the universe. No, I'm just kidding.
That's like totally normal conversation here. Like, it's possible. Like it's possible. Possibly. Oh, well, we are so glad that you found us, and it looks like you've been exploring a lot of Decentraland. I've been enjoying seeing the pictures that you post because you found some really cool places that I'm not sure that I've even seen yet.
Yeah, I've just been following the flow. Wherever it takes me, I tend to go. I just like to follow like love and good vibes, I think, and just people who uplift. And I think this community is full of a lot of upliftment, which I really enjoy. And I'm still learning like how to navigate because I haven't had the chance to actually learn the exact navigational tools that I need to do. That's kind of like me though. I'm a functionalist. I kind of prefer to jump into things and learn, that way rather than the other way around. I'm still waking up. I need coffee.
Yeah, we always like to find out what kind of coffee people drink. I'm just kind of pathetic in my little K cup coffee recently, but what is your go to coffee?
I'm at grandma's and she just has this like Russian instant coffee. So I just do that with a lot of milk and sugar. I'm pretty basic, but I love an espresso or a cappuccino. Honestly, Turkish coffee and Greek coffee is good too. Just takes a while. Greek coffee takes like 10 minutes to make.
Ooh, I have not had that. I had coffee in Portugal at this coffee shop. A friend and I, we walked in, and it's like they had these test tubes with little, they looked like little gramophone funnels with like a little squishy thing at the end. And then you'd sit there and you'd smell each one. And so, and they wouldn't let you drink it yet. Like you had to smell each one and then decide from there which one you wanted. And yeah, it was interesting because we're I think we like asked for cream for the coffee, and they're like, no, 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 no. You do not want cream in this coffee. Like you experience the coffee on its own. But it was like the craziest coffee experience. They were grinding it and like roasting it right there in front of us, and they had it all hooked up to a computer. So like there was this. It looked like a, well, I was gonna say it looked like a crypto chart, but it kept going up. So actually, no, it was like not a crypto chart because it kept, usually crypto goes down, but it was really interesting just to see the process. So it I definitely have a lot more coffee exposure out there, and I'm from the Northwest, so you'd think that I'd know coffee, but I don't. I guess Starbucks kind of ruined it for us.
That's so cool. I would definitely put cream in that coffee. I can't do anything without cream. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, it's so cool to be here in a room, like in a Twitter space room with you guys. I usually am in like a virtual world, and it's interesting how you communicate through silence, you know. I'm learning to communicate through silence also, just being present. I think it's a very interesting form of communication that I haven't yet experienced. Just like doing things and actions and like it's very different from what I'm used to, but I think it's powerful. You know, I think something's powerful happening.
Well, go ahead, Sin.
I was just gonna say, like, I can definitely like agree with that because like there's a lot of times when like I go into world, I say hello to everyone, but I don't like say too much, but I just enjoy being in the company of my friends, like just surrounded, maybe like sitting next to multi NFT at a party or vibing next to Brittany or Rustan. Like I just, like being around my friends. So I feel that. Yeah. I
I
understand
can
what you
feel
mean.
people's like energies. Like I feel people's energies a lot. Like when I was flying over Tokyo, I felt Tokyo energy. And then when I was flying over the Bering Sea, I was like, dude, this is bad vibes. Like I don't know. Certain areas, like when you're looking at the map and you're flying over, I feel like you could definitely feel something. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that.
Perhaps at some points in life. And sorry, Canessa, I think I almost cut you off. I think you were gonna continue
Yeah,
or
I
say
think
something.
I had a moment like that when I was flying to Argentina, and I woke up as like the middle of the night because it was a red eye flight. But they have the map on the airplane, and I'm groggy. Everybody's sleeping. It's dark, and I look at the map, and I'm like right over the Amazon rainforest. And I may have had like a slight obsession with like Save the Rainforest when I was a young preteen, and I always just want to like go live in the rainforest and like tie myself to a tree so the loggers don't cut it down. But like knowing that I'm above the rainforest and I'm like, there's probably like jaguars down there right now, and like there's little butterflies sleep, like it just, I don't know. It was really cool for me to have that connection with a place that I'd always wanted to go see, even though I'm like, 30,000 miles or 30,000 feet above it. I can totally feel you.
Yeah, I was like flying and I had these visions while I'm flying. And that's why I think I really enjoy being in the airport or just being in the sky. Is I just have these like while I can fall asleep and have these like visions or I write them down and later it kind of guides me on my art path journey. For instance, like I know that I'm going to New York now to bring infinity to New York. Because I was flying and I had this dream. It was just like in the streets, people walking by it, and I was like, "Oh, I really need to go and place infinity in front of like a small deli or a hot dog stand or newsstand. So I think that's where I'm going next now after in May. I thought I'd have some time, but and then at the same time, this woman named Gigi Champagne or Dee Champagne, who I met on my past experience in New York, reached out and she's like, "We're gonna pay for you to come to New York." So all of it kind of lined up. And so I know that my next journey now will be New York City.
That's awesome. I mean, have you thought about even maybe hitting NFT NYC? I do believe that may be in like end of June.
Oh yeah, I went a couple times before, I think, throughout 2021 through 2023. I think I went once or twice. I'm not sure. I lose track of all the places I go to be honest. I don't know if I will be. I don't know if I will be at all. I feel like I can't plan anything in advance, and I think I got a job opportunity finally in the metaverse. I've been trying to manifest like some kind of remote work because things at the deli, as much as I love the mornings, like the energy's shifting around me where it's like the more I play out, the more music I make and the more I'm out in the scene, I don't like people know where I am and I don't really enjoy that as much. So I have to lay low now, which is so I have to find something remote. I think that's the energy lately. So I don't know where I'll be in June. I mean, if I get this job in Japan, I might have to go to Japan, or I might just stay in Ohio because I really enjoy the Midwest energy because it's very affordable and chill.
Stella's gonna have to learn some Japanese.
No way. Is Stella doing stuff in Japan too?
No, no, I'm talking about your Stella cat.
Oh, I wasn't sure which Stella we were talking. Yeah, she's gonna have to learn how to. I play anime in the background, so she really enjoys Decentraland. She really starts like I play a lot of music. Some music freaks her out. She goes under the bed. She's very skittish like that. But Decentraland music, I don't know what it is. She's like all up in the computer, just really loves the sounds and I videoed it because I'm honestly amazed. I videotaped it in the beginning because I was amazed that she was actually like interacting with the computer, and then that led to like finding you guys more. So she kind of guided me into. I'm like, all right, this helps my cat. I guess I'll keep wandering around in this world since she's kind of calmed down because she was through a lot of trauma and was very skittish, and I think Decentraland helped her kind of heal.
Maybe they've added some frequencies in the elevator music of Genesis Plaza that are only audible to like animals, just to get the owners to be like, "Oh, my cat likes it, so this is cool. We'll stay. It's chill." I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch.
Some like feline frequencies. You never know. You never know. I mean, I, okay, so like back in like 20, I would say it was like 2021, maybe 2022. I had some conspiracy theories that, and these are like totally baseless. No one, please listen to me. This was all just in my head. That's why I never really repeated or said them out loud. But I'm going to say them out loud now because how
Yes,
silly.
let's go.
But there like in Decentraland we used to use the browser, right? So like you could just log in through like Brave browser or Chrome, and then like as you were loading in the loading screen, I remember that there used to be this sort of like bass frequency sound that would just start going wild during during the loading phase of Decentraland. So I always my conspiracy theory was Decentraland's using bass waves to get you addicted to Decentraland.
Do frequencies like really change the atmosphere and environment. I've been trying it on since I work in the deli, I'm allowed to be like the deli DJ. So I've watched frequencies just change the moods of customers and my like crazy coworkers around me. So I use frequencies to like try to control my coworkers to like soothe them, not really control, but just like to soothe their like crazy energy because they're wild. So I put on like different frequencies that kind of like for instance, I put on New York jazz. My coworker Phil, who's really intense, like kind of slowed down his energy and was able to just kind of chill. I've noted that in my head. I'm like, all right, New York energy makes people patient. Like the sounds of jazz, and made the deli people really patient around me.
I, 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 I'm sorry, but I have yet to meet a patient New Yorker.
Well, these are Ohioans.
Okay. Are you saying that like compared to Ohioans, New Yorkers are patient?
Using New York music on Ohioans makes them more patient.
I love it. Yeah, like personally, I always and it's kind of weird. Like I'd like to go to like background sound, like maybe if I ever like found a video of just like the sound of New York, like in its daily, functions. Like I I can work to stuff like that, or like yeah, be active or productive with stuff like that in the background. You just hear like "fuck out of here."
New York sounds okay, I was thinking more jazz, but just like street sounds. That's intense. Yeah, I guess it'll make you work a bit faster.
uh,
Bring that New York minute, into your environment.
that like "fuck out of here" is just like that kick that you need, that motivational. Like you ever hear those motivational videos that are like you need to start waking up at 5 a.m. That's what the "fuck out of here" is in that scenario. uh, let's see. I'm looking down at the audience.
Like I'm walking here.
I'm looking at the audience, and I do see some friends that have popped in since the last time we have shouted out. Like goalie, good morning, goalie. I hope you're good. We're also chilling on Decentraland in at La Cantina if you're around. But if not, you're like I'm happy that you're here in the space. Uh, Good morning, Brittany. And we have Make in the building. He's probably out at in the golf course. You better win that tournament. Let's see. We have. Oh, ooh, whoa! Greensifer just came in. That's why my thing got weird. Good morning, Greensifer. What up, Kunta? Let's see, Ozzy. Good morning. Good morning. Do. Plop 3D. I like that name or the word plop. I'm gonna have to click on your profile and learn more. And Bazzer, good morning. Thank you so much for everyone joining us today. And of course, all of you in World, we really appreciate you coming through La Cantina. Caleb, good morning. Souls, good to see you. Hugh Pao and Toxic Waifu. Let's see, as I was rambling, I'm pretty sure someone new just popped up to the speaker.
Morning, Make.
Good morning, my fellow Decentralites. It's funny. I jumped up because Julia's like, "Wait, you could use music on Ohioans from New York to calm them down." I'm like, "This is a wonderful plan." It's funny. I try and use music in Decentraland to make everybody go crazy.
Does it work?
I don't know, but I was on one emotionally last night, so it worked for me. Great. Um, Thanks for dealing with me for a couple hours, but it was fun. How's everybody building?
What kind of
We're
music
out.
are you playing?
It was pretty raucous. I was playing a lot of bass house, tech house, and bass house. That's mainly what was going on. Even more exciting, I got to do a show with our other friend, Crypto Minotaur, who's playing later today on Thursday, IRL. And we had like the best time. So we're just out here building wonderful stuff. Have you guys started talking about all the new tools? Canessa, I can't wait to see if you've tried some new tools.
I've tried a few and I love it. I'm impressed with what I've seen. Now just got to do the deep dive and I'm so glad that we've got them. Like that I think is like one of the biggest barriers and if we can just tear that down a little bit, like that's going to be huge.
Well, I just realized I think I'm supposed to ask you guys how to build something later in time, like when the vibe is right.
Well, we're gonna be vibing
I was gonna
once the
say, no
vibe is
time
right.
like right now, girl. Let's go.
Well, I wanted to build the story of infinity, and I wanted like to ask to help from people who know how to do these things. I wanted to build it in Decentraland, like a place where I can put all the, because it's all over the place. Like, I have posts on Twitter and Instagram and texts with people, just like the whole entire journey. And I wanted to put it together in one space, which actually I can maybe walk through and see all these posts and like a put it in a timeline. I guess make the timeline happen. So far, the timeline's been scattered, guys. I need to put the timeline together.
Julia, I love that and I was going to ask like what how can we help cuz it sounds like you're doing so much stuff like all over the place and it's amazing like how can Decentraland create or like how can you use Decentraland for this? So definitely there's a lot of builders who would, you know, help create something for you or there's people who could help you create your own scene and yeah, if you let us know a little bit more what you're thinking of,
Just
like I'm sure people
like
ready
a
to.
like right now, what's popping in my head just being in a room with you guys, like a room that's like a round room where I can go around and see all the images, kind of like a either a clock and go in a circle.
Spirals,
Spiral!
spirals.
A spiral! Oh no! Why do the spirals keep following me? I don't know what it means, but it
What about
maybe like a
is
spiral room.
how
Like
about like the Mobius coil? Isn't that like a never ending like the infinity loop? That
yeah, yeah, like something like that, so I can keep adding on to it as I do stuff. Yeah, a
What
Mobius
about a
Fractalize it.
coil.
Mobius? A Mobius strip. That's the whole infinity thing.
Yeah.
Would that be possible in Decentraland?
Everything's possible in Decentraland.
I'm thinking about the animation of it. Like it definitely, yeah, like it definitely would be doable. There's probably people that could animate it quicker, but and there's probably yeah using AI to like with Blender to get that kind of thing is definitely doable. But
Wow.
yeah, like maybe it's not maybe that's not big enough. Maybe you need to think about like even more novel ways to experience like infinity.
Infinity is a piece that I'm gonna be working on forever.
Pretty big concept. Just wanted to hop up and say hey to everybody. Stoked to be here. I'm super stoked that I've been able to hop back into Decentraland. Shout out Mate who gave me a little tip the other day. Sorry I was late to the concert. The our Farhouse Friday space went like 3 hours. It was our longest and probably best Friday show yet. But I did jump in towards the end and hung out a little. It was fun. I'm super glad to be able to jump back in now, even on my Mac, on my potato. And I'll be going to NFT NYC as well. I think it's my fourth year speaking on like music blockchain panels. Um, so yeah, hope to see some of you there. And I'm just logging in world now, but I do probably have to jump to another space that I'm supposed to be going to pretty soon. But I'm really happy to find you guys this morning and just jump in.
Great to have you there, even for any time. As Sin or me say, we do this on Friday nights. If y'all don't have anything
Logging in
better to
world.
do, come hang out with me, Pitch and Sin. If you have something better to do, just go for it, family, because it's a night meant to be joyous. But yeah, thanks. And the tip I gave him, and just to remind anybody, probably not anybody in here, but just maybe somebody hiding and listening. the big trick to getting into the space is first go and unlock your wallet before you load the client. I know the number thing's supposed to make sense. It usually doesn't. I actually told about 4 people who told me since they downloaded the new update they're struggling, and it was all the same thing. Um, I still really think that first page needs to be a welcome page that you log into actually, and then that pushes you into the client, or at least something that says, "Hey, friend, open your wallet first, and then get the process started."
For
So
sure.
by that problem, is that the like when you log in, it says, if 41 is the number that you see on your screen, because that like really came up a lot this morning trying to log in, like more than usual.
Yeah, it's exactly that. The reality is, and I don't know if it's extra special for Max or what, but realistically, you need to go open your wallet. So if you don't have your wallet open because Decentraland's like the first move you're making that day or whatever, or you need to open your wallet, it doesn't like tell you to open your wallet. And if you put the authorization in before you open your wallet, it blocks you out, and then it seems like it's broken, you know? So people see the error and they're like, "Oh, we can't get in." And I'm not kidding. I have literally talked at least 100 people through that. And it sounds so simple or obvious once you do it, but until you realize it, it just seems broken, you know?
I was in that loop of just watching the numbers match. I say yes. The counter counts down for like I at least like the last 5 months on my Mac. I was able to get it, on my PC. I was able to get in sometimes, and I got some help. Also, if you're having other issues, just go to the DCL Discord server and ask for some help, because I got help getting in on my PC through like unblocking or giving some special access through the Windows Defender or whatever, which was messing with it. But yeah, it was just such a simple thing that if I had known, I would have been hanging in World a lot more often, because on my laptop, that's my main device. So yeah, big, huge tip there. And if there's a way to get a message onto the like launch page to let people know that, because yeah, it's not something I would have thought on my own. I was just like, huh, there's something wrong here, and
Be-
now I'm in.
Because it kind of feels like to people who haven't been through that process yet that you're just trying to match some other website, not necessarily a wallet transaction agreement, because it's literally kind of almost 2 steps, because it's, do these 2 numbers match, and the answer is usually yes. I've never seen them not match. That's a whole nother question. Like, has anybody seen them not match? I don't think so. But I know it is a time sensitive algorithm, kind of like an auth, right? But then you still have to authorize that transaction in your wallet, and that's not very clear. So I think being clear is what makes things easier.
Today was definitely the first day where before I even logged in, I was like, this is kind of like, this would be kind of intimidating if you were a new user and you're like, I don't know, like I'm scared that I'm going to have my wallet drained. I haven't, like people haven't had that much experience with their wallet and permissions. It definitely was the first time I was like, this doesn't feel very good. Like I want to make sure I'm doing it right, So if we're feeling like that after this many years hanging around DCL, it's definitely a pain point for somebody new.
I think
Yeah.
it. Oh, go.
Oh, I was just gonna, echo that, jump on that train. Like every transaction you sign for the first year is like, your heart palpitates a little, and even now, I'm like double checking URLs. I'm like, you gotta be cautious out here in these virtual streets for sure.
Yeah, like I thought I got a job recently from this place, and they're like, but I'm very cautious, and they're like, just click this link, and I'm like, let's meet
Yeah.
first virtually. And then I asked my crypto Bitcoin message group in Ohio, and they were all like, nah, dude, it's a scam. And I'm like, aw.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you of a lot of us here in this like room right now that probably receive at least like At least like one job offer a month we can say, or even a
I was like,
week.
I thought you were gonna
$40
say
an
a
hour.
day.
I was like, $40 an hour. That's amazing. And then I'm like, wait,
Yeah, I mean,
let's relax.
there used to be a time when it was a day. Yeah, we'd be getting like one job offer a day. But like, it's slowed down in these crypto streets. So now I'm getting one like maybe every week or every month. So
Wow, you're so
True,
popular.
but
I
I
remember.
I I
I
get
remember when.
the I get the want we want to collaborate with you daily. I used to get the job offers a lot more frequently, and 99.9% of them are a scam. I've been noticing, and I did get hit like 8 months ago through a fake Discord help bot that someone slipped into an OG Discord. I'd been in that Discord for like 5 years at least. And yeah, it hurt. It was a big hit. But I like to tell that story and so that other people can be aware. And I always, whether on my weekly shows or impact concerts, I'll either tell my little hack horror story or invite an expert to speak on Web3 safety and security practices. Because it's just so rampant. You never want to click a DM link unless it's somebody that you've known for like years or something. And even then, you want to check the message history, maybe message them on a secondary platform and make sure that their whatever platform you got the message on wasn't hacked, because that happens frequently. I notice now I'm getting a lot of like, would love to collaborate with you. Now, the majority of those are they're just trying to sell some kind of product to like give, oh, we'll get you 1 million followers for $10 or whatever. And that's not what I call collaboration. But
yeah,
I'm also noticing a lot of getting tagged in on tweets that say, "Oh, here's this new airdrop or a free mint," and you just want to basically mute those people. It's just 99.9999% sketchy wallet drainers. And then also, I've noticed on X recently a lot of follows, like a follow and a like or a retweet. And usually when someone does that, I go look at their profile, and a lot of these are just a newish profile with maybe one picture. It's generally a sexy pic, and then the only thing they have is like a OF or a RU like link in their bio, and I'm like, I wish there was a filter for these.
yeah, yeah. So Michael K gave like or did a tweet recently that was like the best advice I've seen in a long, long time. Which is like I used to receive like these messages like we represent MTV, and they would tag MTV in the thing, and then in their bio they're like NTV representative, and they're like, oh, we would really like to interview you, and perhaps maybe if it all goes well and blah blah blah, you we there could be a show and you would be in it and blah blah blah, just saucing me up. And and then well, like, Michael K kind of did a tweet on like how to repel those people, and he said whenever you see an account that messages you that is claiming to represent a big big corporation, a big whatever it may be, ask them, hey, could you message me from that account, please? And then and see how fast the conversation ends. Go ahead, Kanessa.
Oh, I was gonna say that yes, but do you remember when Doritos when Doritos hit me up and I was like, I'm gonna ignore you, scammer, and then they're like, really, Doritos, and so
Yeah,
luckily they're like, okay,
yeah,
well
but
she's gonna ignore us. We'll talk to Sybil.
yeah, but the thing it was that was like they were also kind of, or at least for me, they contacted me through like a big account. Like,
Like an agent. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say is like a lot of those companies, it's not gonna be like Doritos directly contacting you. It's gonna be the agency that they hire to acquire the talent.
yep, yep. And also like even before that, there was kind of like layers to it. Like I received a message from one of the representatives, right? And then like kind of like, hey, are you interested? Or like, would you be interested in hearing more? I said yes. So then from there, it like went over to they actually brought the account in and started messaging me through there. And like they did it themselves.
That's so smart to ask about the account. I might actually DM you, Knessa, this person just to confirm if this person is real or not. Because she reached out to me for this place called, this company, this news outlet in Japan. And I think I need to message you to double check if that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, one thing we've talked about in the past is like how to protect yourself, and a really good way is to like I used to teach a class on cybersecurity too. Like, the first thing, stop, slow down, because they'll use urgency to make you do something that you normally wouldn't do. I know, yes, I know a friend in the audience that, like, they they know how to get you. And with Chat GPT, actually, or like any kind of grok, they can just put your name in there and say, tell me, like, summarize Julia Sky for me. Like, and they can pretty much just quickly find out exactly who you are based on your entire history of tweets. Like that's what they've done to me. And so they target education, because I know I've talked about education in the past, being a teacher, community building, and then like animation. And I know that they targeted Isa, also in our community, and she talks about it, so I don't mind saying her name, but like, they have targeted her through animation. So you have to also be really careful about what you put out there, because it's so easy. And in like 5 minutes, I could get a really clear snapshot of who you are, and then use that to socially engineer you and give you the job offer of your freaking dreams. Like, helping orphan cats through, art in Japan. Like, I mean, it's really easy to look at what we put out there and just restructure that, um and then, build a profile that it's basically just gonna tap into the part of you that's like, oh my gosh, if this is real, it's a dream.
Yeah.
And so, and
Would
then
you
they,
say, like, doing a virtual, like, going online and asking, like, for a virtual conference, like, face to face is much better? Because they're setting up
Well,
a
so
No,
face-to-face
yeah,
interview.
that
what
doesn't.
what they
that's
yeah,
the
what they
danger
do
zone.
is that happened to a friend of ours, where that is exactly what they did. Everything was fine except the meeting was like, running a little bit behind, and then they said, "Hey, this link isn't working. I've got the whole team sitting here waiting for you. Use this link instead. This is what we use for our meetings." So they'll use urgency, where then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm late, I need to get in there, and you're not thinking straight. So I, like, when I meet with people, if I'm not meeting you on, I mean, I'll do like Discord voice chat, but otherwise I'm not, yeah,
Yeah.
no links. I will lose opportunities rather than like,
I have friends that have gotten hit that exact same way. There's a Zoom vulnerability where they can take over your whole computer. It's not only crypto, they can get into your bank accounts and lock you out. Man, yeah, you just got to be so safe. I recently had one of these happen where they wanted to collaborate. It was actually someone in Japan. And they suggested a platform, and I said, no, I don't know that platform. I gave them two options to get on a call on Telegram or Discord. And then they tried to guilt trip me that I was like going to make this thing fall apart. And I was like, you're starting to sound like a scammer. I just came out and said it right away. And then they're like, well, since you're accusing me of that, I think the conversation's over. And I'm like, point proven. But I do have to jump. This is a really important and great conversation. Always take your time. If they're trying to rush you, there's a reason, and it's not a good one. So just take a breath, contact a friend. They'll give you support and let you know that it's not worth maybe this fake dream opportunity to get like fully wrecked and drained. And then, you're rebuilding and you're bummed and depressed. And like, it's just slow down, take your time, get some plugins. What was the one I just got recently? Pocket Universe is the new one that I just added to my browser. Um, what's the one that Wallet Guard is sunsetting? MetaMask could purchase them and incorporated all that. But yeah, you really want to have like a couple additional layers. Yeah, Vanessa, I'd love you to have you come and maybe speak a little bit about security at one of our upcoming Impact concerts.
yeah, definitely, I'd be happy to do that. And there's a lot of people here who have different experience, in a lot of different ways. And I think, yeah, security, I feel like that's something we should actually like routinely talk more about. We used to do kind of a good job, like, all right, today we're going to talk about security. and I just think we can't get complacent. Also, saying go to your friends is good, but also don't trust your friends. I'm sorry, but like if I send you guys a link to click on, don't click on it, because like it's very reasonable that my account could be hacked. And I learned that the hard way when the Decentraland Alpha client was coming out, and I wanted to get like people to sign up for it. So I was sending everybody the link to like the Decentraland Alpha, which sounds so fucking shady. And finally one person was like, "Have you been hacked?" And I'm like, "No, no." Oh shit, like I just broke the cardinal rule. I'm like sending all my friends links. So I think even having that like uh just a culture where we don't do that to each other, like I should have known better. So
I'm gonna just jump in and say, well, one of our good friends who a bunch of us know, a metaverse friend, got compromised, and he took down that account. Once they got that account, not only did they drain him and get after his bank accounts, but those accounts were very good because he got other people around us to even like further try and compromise people. And it was really nasty stuff. So you'd be like talking to one account where they've already had this conversation with you, like really good, and they're like, "We'd love to interview you. We're doing this about Web3 music artists. We're just gonna do a quick sizzle." And I was barely paying attention, and and I'm like, "Yeah, we'll do it like next week, whatever. I'm busy." And then four people in the Discord got hit the same way, and they were all compromised. So you can't you gotta just go slow is a smart. Always ask somebody, like whenever something seems a little weird from any of your friends, ask ask a couple strange questions that make no freaking sense. Just double check them, or ask about something that you guys did. Like there was a fake account for Sunny Mans who was like the president of D Gods on TikTok the other day, and he wrote me. I'm like, "Oh yeah, are we gonna go party downstairs again in New York?" And he's like, "Totally, we're gonna do the same bar downstairs." I'm like, "You're a liar." Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I when I said contact a friend, I literally like call like a few friends in that close group and be like, "Hey, have you heard from so and so? I got, like a weird message. Like back in the day, there used to be that one where they're like, "Oh, I hit my max withdrawal limit on this exchange. Like if I send you this, can you send me that?" And like, that was an older one, and they're much more advanced now, and they know the lingo. Like if they like even, they really know, yeah, like they'll research you, they know the lingo, they're hanging out, they have lurkers or lurking bots in the discords and in the telegrams just waiting for someone to like say a certain thing, request some help, whatever it is. I'm looking for a job, this and that. By the way, I'm looking for a job. But so when you say those things, then all of a sudden you start getting extra messages about those specific things, and you're being targeted. They're very sophisticated. We're all being basically watched just because we have a .eth or our names involve crypto. Mine was, I didn't think about that when I made my name. But so yeah, it's just I think it's super important, like Vanessa mentioned, to have this at front of mind and to do at least a little mention of Web3 security and safety. Like I try and incorporate that into every show I do, like a couple times a week. I'll just a little something about staying safe out there and being cautious. I do have to jump to another space. Much love. Hope everybody enjoys the weekend, and I'll see y'all soon.
thank you
Yep.
so much for being here.
Ah,
Yep. Take care. Take
Appreciate you,
care.
fam.
pleasure and an honor, my good friends.
And Julia, I'm just like looking at this account real quick.
Yeah.
I to tell you the truth, I don't know because one, I don't understand Japanese, but like the first thing off rip that initially like popped out at me was the fact that they didn't have a gold check mark. Like this isn't like the end all be all solution, like because I've seen small accounts with gold check marks before, but like I guess that kind of popped out at me for an account so big, being a media and news company, not having a gold check mark. But it could also be that they hate Elon. Like I yeah I don't know. I haven't clicked on any thing too much here. I do see a friend in common that may
Yeah,
I
be
there's
I
friends
following
in
us.
actually
common, so I was
see
curious.
I clicked on their link and or clicked on them and then I clicked messages and I also have a job offer from them. I hate to say it, but they said, "Hey mate, we need people to fill some
Oh
of our vacant positions for us. Would you be interested in working with other projects? We definitely do have a nice budget to work with. Let me
no,
know."
that's exactly the message I got.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I didn't get a job offer.
Well, you should, this person is an optimist, dreamer, thinker, creator, they're
That's
serving
me.
humanity.
Oh my god, almost foiled again. Luckily, I have a lot of friends in this
Oh,
space.
Well, that's the
sorry.
thing. We all take care of each other, just sharing information like this. To tell you the truth, and I'm sorry, Vanessa. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying sorry. That sucks.
Bro, but it was like you guys realize, right? This is why we have like a scarcity of jobs and people to give jobs to because everybody's so sketched out. Like for example, I have a job offer right now. Who wants it? I need a skin made. Who wants it? Right? But like I guarantee you, it's probably gonna be a hard time actually trying to get the artist. But no, seriously, you guys, I need an artist.
That's why I will recommend like the usual suspects, like the known, like Fabio and people like that. Fabio Green, not Fabio, the sexy romance cover model. Just to be clear. But yeah,
Wait,
it's
I want to
hard.
be a sexy romance cover model. Like this is now I need a job post.
Now we should. Now actually we should have. Too bad Doki's not really doing stuff because we could have gotten some Fabio hair with like the Fabio build. But anyway, wow, we digress fast. But Greensifer, that's yeah. There's. I think you could. Well, now I'm like, okay, you could ask the community, but now I'm like, geez,
Yeah,
what if
yeah.
we,
Like I would love to ask the community because I don't even think it's like that hard. It should be that hard. Like it's low poly as is. And I think it should be fun. But like I basically got assigned this and I was trying to do it and I got a headache and I'm just like it would make more sense to do it to give it to somebody else. So I'm just like, m- maybe somebody wants it. Um, but yeah, obviously, like there is money and it's a like significant amount, like because they're trying to build content around it, and I'm like, the best place that you guys should build it is Decentraland. So like Decentraland, they're coming regardless, but yeah, if you guys have somebody that is available free, I would love to connect. I need a skin essentially because I think once like we have a skin in there, then you can just start filming around in the central and that's like content itself. But I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, if you have anybody that is available, please help me.
I'll send you some. I know KJ Walker, Low Poly Models is also down in the crowd. Trying to see who else has made. A lot of people have made wearables after the fashion week, so maybe some of the new, designers that have just started. And then Rustan did a tutorial series recently, so hopefully there's other people like willing to, take a jab at it, take a stab at it. The virtual sewing needle.
Yeah,
That's
anyone like I know these guys are busy sometimes, but like anyone, like I like if anything, I'd take multiple artists. We could make more than one wearable, because it'll be so much fun. Because these guys are trying. These guys basically they're like ultimate normies, that are just crypto rich, but they want to create art. They don't know artists, so they're basically that's because they're gonna get rugged and they've been getting rugged. So I'm just like just come to the central and at least you'll you know have fun and learn and like get your money's worth at least.
Okay, I sent
Let's
you
go.
one and
I got a message. Let's go. Let's go. I love you guys.
I can recommend them, and they've done really good work and pretty reasonable prices. So at least that gets you, yeah, headed in the right direction.
Did you recommend KJ?
I always do.
Me
I don't think
too.
Shout
me
shout shout out
three.
shout out KJ. I personally learned how to make wearables watching KJ's tutorials. Like shout out KJ.
Oh,
Shout out
well,
everybody, bro. I love you guys.
I
All of you guys.
I don't mean to brag, Green Safer, but I recently received a message of a friend asking me how could I start learning how to build on Decentraland, and I sent them to KJ's uh, YouTube. Lol, lol, lol.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, content, bro. You know, and this is how we actually like onboard like other people too, bro. You teach them, they learn, and then they want to learn more. You know, and they just go down the rabbit hole. And obviously, the like, you know, once you get the knack for learning, you're never gonna stop because you're never gonna finish learning. You know, that's the trap. Once you start, you can't stop. But
The trap. Oh damn, we lost one exist. I thought we had him up here for, but I thought I saw his hand up earlier, but probably we've already digressed so far beyond that conversation. Sorry, what exists?
Well, I've been. I'm feeling more safe and secure, and I'm ready to go smash the grass to the ground. I really like you all a lot. Let's go build something. Catch you on the flip. Time to golf.
Time to golf. All right, have fun, make. And that moment of silence was brought to you by this wheel that I just brought up into the stream, into the stream view. If you're at La Cantina or watching from any of my streaming profiles, including here on X, I am streaming directly to X as well. You will see a wheel with the top 10 what is it called again? The Great PCL Easter Hunt Extravaganza. It should have been Egg Extravaganza, but I'll just throw that out there. One exists. I know you're listening. So the top 10 participants were. Oops, I have it all messed up here. One second. Were Rustan Hayabusa Redacted. We have Kairos Zionic 29, which actually, like, if I'm not mistaken, Zionic is a new name that I've been starting to see around. So it makes me really happy to see him in the top 10. JKing Wanaka, Ricky Girl, Vinny Piazza, and Old Guy had relinquished his spot at the number 10th spot and gave it over to Cardrona. So I have the wheel here. We will be spinning for 6 winners and each winner will be winning 50 mana. And you can do anything you'd like to do with that mana. Would buy wearables. That's already half a name. Maybe you can get somehow access the other half. But yes, just want to say thank you everyone that participated and really tried and um, you know, used the builds that all our friends had built like throughout the months. All right, let's see. First winners or first winner. First winner is Richie Girl. She gets 50 mana.
Woohoo! Go Rishi.
Go Rishi. She's so sweet.
She is. She gave me press-ons. I don't know,
Oh,
or pressies. I still don't know what that means.
Prezi. I feel like I should know.
Like nails?
She said, "Here are some pressies," and I have no idea what that means or where it is.
Maybe a wearable. Prezzies? Like presents?
Is she from Australia?
Yes, she
She
is.
is.
Nice. Yes.
There's also, I believe, she did make a nail wearables, so it could be presents or it could be pressies. It could be both. But they're like beautiful red nails.
Alrighty, so our second winner is Cardrono. I haven't seen that name, unless it's one of our undercover friends. Congratulations, Cardrono. Our third winner is the legendary Rustan, and he's also number one in the brackets. Rustan really needed to catch all the eggs. They're like Pokemon. Well, that was a sad. Oh, okay. Our fourth winner is Vionic. I'm actually pretty happy that he got this. M- Let's see. Okay, we're at four winners. Our fifth winner is Kairos. Uh, and last but not least, our sixth winner is Redacted. Who says Jared never wins anything? Uh,
He's gonna be happy.
He'll be happy with his 50 mana. And with that, that concludes our six winners for 50 mana. Now the rest of the prize pool will be divvied up. There may be some wearables coming in for seventh place. Wearables and a little bit of mana for seventh place, maybe eighth, ninth, and tenth. I have to look and see in the wallet to see how many wearables that our friends had contributed to that. And really want to thank Old Guy as well for contributing into the mana pot. Your contribution made it so each user gets one extra mana. So it upped it from 8 mana to 9 mana. Thank you, Old Guy. And yeah, okay. Now I'm done with my egg hunt. I've just been so excited about, a multi-parcel event. Like it's finally been done. And like
It was really cool. I was dragged into these places, but I was on my laptop, so some of the places I couldn't even figure out. It was so cool though.
yeah, well it was organized by One Exist. He is down in the listeners and Lastrum from IWB and Last Slice he came in and started contributing with the code side of things, which is honestly what put it all together. Like the I do understand that these multi-scene events or these multi-scene uh quests are kind of like harder to do when you don't have any code. Like we have done multi-scene events, but they've been like just like us manually doing it, and like for example, like maybe finding Whimsy would have been something that could have used like the egg hunt tech or questing uh capabilities.
Do we get to keep the eggs? Is my question.
As beautiful as they were, no, you don't get to keep the eggs.
Why
But
not?
in
What?
all honesty, that you just kind of like sparked a pretty decent
I'm a
idea.
genius. I
And
know.
then like maybe one exists is if you're listening down there. What if like there was a way to like every when you claim the egg, it
I
mints
got one egg and one egg only, and I want that egg.
uh, and it mints into your wallet.
Please give me my egg. You don't even know how hard of a journey it was on my laptop to claim it.
Oh, let's see. I thought I saw one exist. Request to come up to speak.
That would all depend on which eggs. Some were made by others. A number of them I made, and
It was an egg in a forest. It was in a forest location. I posted it on my Twitter. If it's your egg, I would like it. Thank you.
Was it like tall grass with a bunch of eggs and one of them was
I was led.
flammable?
I was led to it by a. I was led there by someone. Someone led me there to the
did it
egg.
have a did it have a lot of the same egg?
There was
Or
only
was
one egg.
only one? Okay.
Hmm. An egg in a forest. I don't think I can remember a forest
It
filled
was dark. It was very dark.
a dark forest. Hmm. What exists? No, nothing.
I'll
Nothing hidden the memory.
no. I'll take a look at the timeline here in a second.
I have a video of it. I videotaped me getting the egg. If
Oh,
I could find it. Should I
okay.
send
Okay,
it to
perfect.
you? Okay.
Yeah, if you want, and
Oh,
if it
okay.
was mine, I can do that.
Okay, amazing. Let me find it.
Um, what I had wanted to say earlier was because Easy Crypto specifically mentioned Discord. I actually over the weekend in a panic with some of the issues we had with the Easter hunt, jumped into the Decentraland Discord to mention it, and I was met immediately with a support ticket, which usually I know. But I did click on it and chatted with them. They asked for my wallet. I gave it to them, and then they said I had to. There was a bug of some sort, and they needed me to click this link and do something. And
No, no, no.
thankfully, right at that moment, I'm like, and I cussed I cussed the motherfucker out. I was said, I won't say it, but yeah, I said, try and scam me? Hell no. So yeah, they're in Decentraland, and I've been in others Discords where somebody would send me. I would mention I needed help with something, and they would send a help or go here. I'm like, Why are you sending me this? There's all the Discords have a help desk or a place where you create the tickets there. They don't send you a link to click on to get help. So watch out for that in Discords as well. That was a very close call. Unfortunately, um,
They almost got me like that years ago, right when I came back, and I think I was trying to sell my land, and I hadn't interacted with like the platform much, and they were like super helpful and had all of the right information in their bio, and like I got pretty far with them, and then I was like, wait a second, Decentraland's being so helpful right now, like yeah, so
but
I do.
also there's used revoke cash. Um, and I think Mariana's probably the only probably the only one that saw my last one. But I do this often, I this is we got to help each other out in these instances. And yes, if you come across one that was a near miss, or if you got hit, put it out there so people know. I do every so often what I've labeled the SBS or social broadcasting system, and it's period. And when I do it, it's alerts to remind people to be careful out there. So I feel if we're giving people, putting the information out there, reminding everybody, because it can happen to the best of us. Um, don't feel ashamed as well, and most of all, don't shame someone if it happens to them, because again, it happens to the best of us.
Yep, yep. It's definitely. I know. Like it could be a little embarrassing, but you're definitely serving. You're doing a more when you speak about it because that's going to help the next person, or even like even the group around you will like, you know, they get a taste of the pain of like what you may be going through, and maybe even like would inspire them to you know make sure that they cover their bases. So
Taste the Pain sounds like an interesting shirt.
uh taste the pain.
Taste the pain.
For some reason, it like brought me to like a Gatorade commercial or something like that.
You
Skittles,
gotta learn
Skittles.
pain to be strong, you know.
Julia, were you able to collect the egg hunt wearable? There was some people had some issues with that. If you
No,
did
not at all.
not, if you can send me your wallet, I will see that you
Yes,
get
it's
one.
juliasky.eth.
Okay, perfect. And Canessa, I'm waiting for how you would like yours sent. I think I've got most everybody, but if anybody in the room participated and would like one, just hit me up.
I also sent you that video of the egg, so I don't know if it's your egg or not, but it's a safe link. I promise. It's an X link.
Let's go. And let's see, just want to do a scan around the room. And I do see Mariana in the space. Welcome, Mariana. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, Sir Jen, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, Alpha. Let's see. I see OX Sarah down there. I believe you are new. Welcome to the space. And Precious ZK, welcome to the space. Um, these are community building Decentraland X spaces. We host these every Saturday at noon Eastern, where we just like get together and share information in this crypto space and talk about building, talk about Decentraland, and try to move forward and grow as individuals within whatever journey that we may be going on individually. So, Canessa, how often have you mewed in the last week? I feel like you have not hit your quota.
Oh, I was just mewing in my own special way. I'm getting my quota there.
Yeah, okay, okay. I was just making sure. uh, But yeah, I mean, this last week was exciting with the Easter egg hunt. I do look forward to what's next, like whatever it may be. I suggested Halloween, but like I don't know, maybe there could be even something sooner that happens or gets put together. Um, and yeah, let's do something as a group of individuals so that we don't have to rely on the foundation whenever they decide to shut something down. Go ahead, Ganessa, sorry.
One thing that's been suggested a few times is like a food event, like a because I know in the past there was supposed to be like a food. Well, back when we were gonna have like themes every month, food was one of those. But I don't know. Um, yeah, a food event. Could we have like old guy show us how to cook something, and maybe Roots does like what is his best chocolate go to recipe, and then like we kind of like if people want to pre-record it, you could have your I don't know, like a half hour. I don't know how long does it take to cook. I'll be like, here's the top ramen. You put the top ramen in the bowl, and then you pour the water on it, and then you put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. So maybe people won't be into mine, but I don't know. That's one
But
idea.
yeah, I see that, and I also see like a version of it being and it would be a good way to take advantage of the global community that the Decentraland has, like food around the world, and it's just like an event with individuals, community members from around the world making their favorite dishes or something like that.
My grandma just gave me tongue from Russia as you guys are
Tongue.
talking about this.
How do you cook that?
Like Russian jellied tongue. Have you guys ever tried that? It's pretty good.
I can't say that I have.
It's
That
really good.
I would eat it, but that is a new one. I see you, Mariana. Mariana, have you had that?
Mariana's from Ohio. We were gonna hang out and go to the Bitcoin thing together, but we were doing facials and stuff instead. It was so far.
I love that whole
Uh,
sentence. That is awesome. We were gonna go do Bitcoin stuff, but we were doing facials instead.
yeah,
You
she
get
was
it, girl.
doing a facial, so
You
we were
get
like,
it.
let's just rest, rest energy, and we should hang out soon when I come back to Cleveland tomorrow, or when I come back to Cleveland. I don't remember time.
Okay, Mariana. Hit or miss. Tongue.
Okay, at first I didn't hear you. I wanted to
We
make
should be clear
sure.
on what we're. We should be really crystal clear on what we're talking about here. Eating Rush. Okay,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
not any better. Okay, cow tongue from Russia, right?
I'm
I've
not
never.
sure what kind of tongue it is. Babushka, какой the tongue? What kind of tongue is this? Like a cow?
Это tongue, язык.
She just says it's tongue.
Язык.
Язык.
No, there's like something called koladets that I had. It's like a Russian soup, but I never had like a tongue. But do you guys hear me? I don't even know.
Yeah, we
Okay.
are. Hi.
Okay. Hi, Julia. How are you?
So good. I can't wait to hang out.
Are you back home yet?
So I'm doing a photo shoot for a musician named Kelsey, who's on the way now in like 30 minutes while I scarf down this tongue. and then and then I pack and then I go on the Greyhound bus and then I land in Cleveland and I get my cat and then I think I go to the deli again in the morning, my deli simulation,
Okay.
and then I'll be back.
I
And
was
then I
thinking
was
that you.
hoping for an interview, but I'm not sure if it's a real interview or not anymore. Now I'm just confused. So yeah, but that doesn't bum me out. I'm used to this. This process is all the time. Like you got to go through constant rejection until you hit something. So I do photo shoots meanwhile.
I was like thinking, like, did you take your grandma with you to Thailand or wherever you went?
Yeah, she's used to it. She's used to me going to Asia on my birthday. I always go to Asia on my birthday. She's really like, she's actually the chillest one in my family about it. I always go. When I feel like this urgency to go somewhere, I have to because then I find a location that's rare. And that's kind of what happened this time. I found these Alcatraz ruins that I was climbing. And at the same time in Decentraland, I was also climbing ruins that same day, which was kind of interesting
Ooh,
merge of
it's like a full circle
things.
moment.
Yeah,
Full
full
circle.
circle moments. Like it's been very much my existence. Just circles, endless spirals. Yeah, but we should hang out when I come back.
Yeah,
Let's
we
meet
will.
up. Let's meet up. I wanted to go to that Bitcoin thing to just keep finding leads of like something that'll like I do enjoy the deli in the morning, but I think I'm bigger than this deli. Like I need to explode and do more
Julia,
art.
we're gonna show our Decentraland friends what and how cool Cleveland is.
It is. It's really peaceful. I live in Tremont, which is very artistic. And I've
Hmm.
been helping out. I'm doing my first auction there actually for the Scarborough house. I think there's a lot of magic in the area if you're actually looking for magic. But, it just depends on, if you're an artist, I find magic everywhere I go. I feel like, especially in the Cleveland music scene where I'm working on my first album, my first rock and roll reggae dance album.
That
And I
that's
practice
awesome.
like all the time. Every single time I get off the deli, I go and I perform at Coda. You should come to Coda on
It's
Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's so crazy, like meeting like another Decentraland person in Cleveland. Like, there's not many. If there's like maybe like two other people from Decentraland in Cleveland, so this is pretty cool.
That's cool. Who are the other two?
There's this guy. He lives like southern Cleveland.
Wow.
What's his name? Oh, Dan. What's his name? Our finance Dan.
Finance Dan. Oh, wow.
what was his name, Canessa? He had the finance classes.
FM
Yeah,
three
that yeah,
six five.
FMF
I want it.
365 or whatever.
The Crypto Dan.
No, I want to say
Virtual
Dapper.
Dan. It was
Virtual
virtual
Dan.
Dan.
I'm gonna say
Yes.
Dapper Dan.
Well, since you're in crypto, come to Toast. I'll give you some free desserts. I've
Ooh,
got
you got me at dessert, girl.
Yeah, I'll get you some chocolate something, some chocolate round cakes.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely catch up. Yeah, whenever. It's so cool. Yeah, no, you should check out Futureland in the future. That's like always like a good artsy event in Cleveland. So
Oh wait, what is it? Can you message me it immediately? Let's go. I'll follow that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Futureland.
I'm
I
gonna
got
try
you
to make
then.
some prints and sell them in the streets. There's this like corner I really like. I'm gonna like print a bunch of stuff soon, and I feel this energy around it. So I'm gonna be there like taking post, I think, in the summer with this girl named Alexandra, who's really cool and Egyptian.
Oh. That's awesome. Yeah, like we'll definitely connect. Like this is so cool. And yeah, thanks for being here on this space. This Canessa, Simple, thank you for treating Julia well. Everyone and yeah, everyone being nice to Julia and the community. So yeah, Julia, you're one of us now. You're one of our
One of
decentralized.
us, one of us, one of us.
Great.
I'm curious, how did you find Decentraland? Like it's such a like
I think
random place.
Decentraland found me. Actually, I have no idea. Actually, it's a really long, long story, but also short. How can I make it short? How can I make it shorter? How did I find Decentraland? And when did I find Decentraland? I don't, time is really confusing. I think I entered it during the house music energy because I listen to a lot of house music. So I think the vibe connects the tribe.
Ooh,
And Toxic
for
Waifu. That's it. I followed Toxic Waifu. Yeah, shout out Toxic
nice.
Waifu. Toxic Waifu. Because I'm a fashion photographer and I, photograph a lot of muses in my life. So I was immediately drawn into the fashion realm. I think Decentra and Kim, there we go. Kim and Toxic Waifu drew me in with their energies. Their palpable energies drew me in.
That's
And
awesome.
I went in there because I was like, okay, fashion in the metaverse, like I love this because I do just all these fashion shoots all the time. I try to find muses in Cleveland actually, which has been a journey in itself. And I found some very rare muses that are hidden. I like to find upcoming stars,
Yeah.
stars on the rise, and photograph them before they explode and then put them in my portfolio, kind of like Pokemon, kind of like egg hunts.
There we
I
go.
see talent, I photograph it, I wait 5 years and then bam. But sorry, my brain. That's my brain. So yes, I followed Toxic Waifu in there, and she led me to a place and gave me hair, Sailor Moon hair, and I've always wanted Sailor Moon hair because that's like my favorite. That's what brought me into Japan, actually. Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon energy. As a kid, I would watch Sailor Moon all the time, and I thought I was Sailor Moon. So
Yeah.
then I went into there and then I partied and then I followed the people. They led me to the places where there was like a DJ and I followed some portals and then I ended up, people gave me gifts. They put stuff on me. And I was like, cool. And that's kind of how I want to do it. Like my art career is like I want the people to transform me because it feels like nice that way. It feels like love. It feels like infinity. It feels like a back and forth and I want to and then I want to give back. So I gave back in like content that I could, I'm like, how can I give back into this world? And that's through my gift is photography and music. So I just kind of back and forth that way and build friendships and relationships that way. And now I'm
Wow.
here.
Well, welcome to Wonderland.
Real quick, Julia,
God, it really does feel like Wonderland. If you treat it like Wonderland, it's Wonderland. Just like life, if you treat life like magic in Wonderland and how you think the world becomes. So I really live in
Yeah.
that type of mindset.
You're like Alice going down a rabbit hole into Decentraland. It's pretty
Yes,
fun.
minus all the drugs and mushrooms.
Yes, exactly. Just beautiful, a portal in.
Julia, I have sent you your shirt.
Ooh,
The egg, I'm not
that's
seeing
not your egg.
anything
I wonder
though. No,
who's.
I'm not seeing where you collected it. I tried going through it a couple times, and I even scrolled further down your timeline. So I'm still just not 100% sure which egg it was.
I
Do
wonder
you,
whose egg it is, or what egg
do
that is.
you do you remember kind of the design at all by chance?
It was just like a plain egg, like a white egg, like a normal white egg. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember
then
who
that
led me there. There was a woman. She led me there with bunny ears. Was it bunny ears? Who led me to the? Was it Rishi girl? Oh no, it was on the rise. On the rise. On the rise led me to the egg. It was on the rise. I think she led me to the egg. I'm sure it was on the rise because we were in Billy T Coin's room, in the meat room. It was a room in Billy T Coin's room in the egg world where he was. It was a chart. He was like in a chart. He was on screen, and then on the rise, it was just me and on the rise there. And she's like, "Come with me." I was like, "Okay, what are we doing?" And then I follow her, and she disappears, and I'm left with like oh go. I'm like, okay, there's an egg, and so that's the only egg I got. The rest, I went to Sinful Meat's room, and it was like, it was ruins, the ruin room, and I was like, whoa, this is surreal. And I was too distracted by the whole synchronicity of ruins and me doing ruins and trying to videotape that while I was in Philippines. It took so long, and then I didn't even get a video. I just took a screenshot. I was like, okay. And then the third room I followed was just intense. It was like the tiniest, I think Redacted brought me into it. It was like tiny little squares. I couldn't hop with my keyboard, so I went and got juice instead. I was like,
well,
all right, I'm gonna go
So
do some
I
street.
saw one of them, not the one you linked me to, but I saw further down. I saw you at Old Guys on his parkour with all
Oh, that was old
the
guys. That
Decentraland, Decentraland tiles you had to hop on. Yeah, that's Old Guy Barbecue.
that
then
one was really
then
cool
the
because I was going through, actually when I was doing that, it was intense. I was trying to figure out my iCloud during that time. I was trying to figure out my bubbles of like putting, because I was in the metaverse for a while, right? So I'm putting together my resume, my metaverse resume, and all of it looks like just bubbles because it's all screenshots of me in rooms in Clubhouse over the years and then transitioning to bubbles in Twitter spaces. So while I was jumping on these bubbles, I was trying to figure out airdrops. I was airdropping back and forth. I was airdropping all these bubbles. It was obstacles. It was a day of just like incredible obstacles that I needed the space to free in order to film Infinity more. So I had to free up all these bubbles while I was jumping bubbles.
so the ruins that you were referring to, those that was Rustan's egg hunt build, I believe, that we like ran to or went to on Beyond the NFT this past Monday. That was a good build.
Yeah, the ruins were really cool. How did they end? Because I didn't see what the ending was. Was it
It's
the
just
egg at the
you get
top?
to the yeah, you get to the top, and then there's this like button that says leap, and then
Whoa.
that button shot you up to the sky, and then like you like landed. If you didn't press any buttons at all, you would have landed perfectly right at the egg.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep, yep. I thought it was pretty cool. Rustan did a good job with that, like with the texturing. I mean, anything Rustan does is gold.
He's a builder?
Uh, he is what isn't Rustan, Inessa?
Maybe I need to speak with Rustan in Decentraland. I must meet this Rustan. I think
Oh, you should definitely meet Rustan.
he might be able to help me with a lead on how to build the infinity room.
I'm gonna
And
brag a second. I got to meet Mrs. Rustan.
Wow. Okay, you are lucky. Isn't that crazy that there actually is a Mrs. Rustan?
You've heard about her, or you've heard her mentioned, but yes, she does exist.
Well, because I would like expect it to be like like Rustan is his first name, and like maybe his name is like Rustan Johnson or something, or Rustan Smith, but like
That kind
his
of sounds
name,
badass, the Rustans.
that is kind of badass to think that there's this family of Rustans like
The
bumping
Rustans.
around. Oh, that's funny. I wonder if he ever gets like weird that we just refer to him as his last name. Because I don't call him Paul, when I'm talking to him in person. Like that would just be weird.
I'm curious, what existence did you go to NFTLA this year? I know that just got wrapped up, and that's where I met Rastan the first time, was at NFTLA. Well, technically outside NFTLA, but yeah. And
They
Dr.
had it.
Brandon, and what was that?
They had
Yeah, it
it.
was it was literally like it like ended maybe like last Thursday-ish. Like it was like last week sometime.
Really? No,
Yeah.
no. Obviously, then I did not.
Oh, speaking of NFTLA, I see Brandon. I first heard of NFTLA because of Brandon. But yeah, this year they didn't really promote it that much, or technically it's called Outer Edge now.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I nope.
Interesting. I only
No.
know about it because there was like a World of Women brunch there. I
Oh, I
I
went
knew
there.
that.
I was there.
What? You were wait,
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
got interviewed.
In LA?
Yeah, I went to NFTLA. I got interviewed.
So you were just there like a week ago.
Was it
Or two
last
weeks ago.
week?
It was
Or
like
maybe
maybe
no, it was
2 weeks.
last year. It was last year
Oh.
time.
I was gonna say, like, whoa.
Yeah, if it was
But
last week, I definitely wasn't there. If it was last year, I was definitely there.
yeah, it was, yeah. I saw photos like like a few days ago.
I
But
tried to catch you at East Denver though, Mariana, but you were always with somebody, so I didn't want to. I didn't interrupt. But I know you saw me, so that was good.
I did see you, yes. It was busy, oh my gosh. Like between the booth or me and Canessa going places.
Going place,
Uh,
yeah, behind the lines.
we were definitely going places.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no, Ethan there was a blast. It was, yeah, like even just to be a part of like other communities like Shi-Fi and World of Women, Pudgy Penguins, Abstract, like it was awesome. And oh, don't forget the sandbox community, Canessa.
that's what I mean. Is when you took us to Sandbox, and I'm like hiding my Decentraland tattoo, and we're like, let's just tell them we build in Minecraft, and then
Yeah,
and then you're like,
we
so
Sebastian, come over
so
here.
so what you're saying is that Sandbox is building more IRL than they are in their digital platform?
no, the amount of people at the IRL event wouldn't qualify um as building, but it was still a good event. Okay, like we showed up for our metaverse neighbors. Okay, like that's
It
what it
was
matters.
a cool place. Like we played mini golf, and the golf balls were like
Hmm.
smart balls,
Yeah,
and you could tell where you
it was like
where
top golf before mini golf, but with
yeah.
games. Like it was a gamified experience. Like there was like a trivia section. There was like, yeah, I forgot. Was it you or Brian who had like the trivia? I got it wrong.
I
I think it was
I
him.
don't I think there was like a Disney princess question, and I nailed it. Wasn't there? Like,
Yeah.
and I was like flexing how much I know about Disney princesses. It's just I have to take my moments, guys. There's not many places like that I can flex that talent.
I I would literally go back to Denver just to go play mini golf at that place.
Yeah. I think we were like, dang, this could be a cool Decentraland experience, like mixing gamified aspects with trivia, because it just made it more fun. And then like, because then you have to like tell everybody like how good you are at knowing random Disney facts,
Yeah.
and it like brought more fun. maybe I just got maybe I just had fun doing that.
I know it was a blast, 100%.
But it was cool, yeah. And then Mariana did invite Sebastian over to talk to us, and I was mortified. Those multiple seconds, I was just like,
I
"What are
mean,
you?
there's that
Is he
many
gonna
people,
kill us? Is he gonna kick us out?"
right? I know exactly. Like what are these Decentralanders doing here? No, but in all reality or all seriousness, Sebastian's a pretty cool guy.
Do you guys have like
Yeah.
beef with Sandbox or something? Like, is
Not
there like the
really.
Sandbox
No,
Decentraland beef?
no, but I think like the general, like I think just generally through different articles at like CoinDesk or everybody's going to compare similar platforms. They're going to like talk about like, oh, like what's better, Roblox or Minecraft, and like just inherently there's going to be this like I don't know, rift, or like this separation. And I think I didn't. A few of us didn't have tickets to the party, and Mariana like maybe just sweet talked us in. So maybe there was that
I
too.
sense some beef, honestly. I sense beef.
So so
No,
so
I don't.
a lot of the time the beef is like it's like they have the beef with us and we're just like I'm just happy to be on the internet making stuff and having parties with my friends and else is like the Decentraland is not it. It's the graphics and the computer and the
Sounds like some
avatar and
haters.
I'm just very closed-minded and yeah, it's
Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, you know?
yeah, and then we're like a majority of us here are just like minding our own business. We're like that kid in the playground that's like minding your own business, having a good time playing, and then like the other kid comes through and starts like, "Your toy sucks," and we're just like, "Why, bro? Why are you here?"
Well, some things don't really change from childhood. Like adult bullies are still a thing. It really
uh,
I think if I would have had a ticket to the party, I would have had less anxiety. Like that definitely was part of it. But it, that kind of, I don't know. Nobody really cared, I would say, at most of the events at Eat Denver. Like I think it's not a good idea to run around and not have tickets, just because like they expect 200 people and then 20 people show up. Like that's I hate like making people buy more food than they're going to use. But like generally, I think, I don't know, there were a few parties like that.
The first event that I snuck you in, I didn't have much high hope for you guys getting in. I was actually happy that you guys got in. The Sandbox one, they needed you there for the DAU.
Just to be clear, Mariana's sneaking myself and Yamel in, and so it's like, if they don't let Yamel in, I'm gonna rage quit and just financial party. They needed us. They were
Yes.
financial people. They were really nice, but like they did kind of need us. And yes,
Well,
Yamel.
my friend Greg kind of sweetened them up a little bit at the door, because like at first they gave Greg a hard time, and then once he mentioned he was from KPMG, they're like, okay, yeah, come in.
there's a thrill just getting into a gate that you're not like totally supposed to get through, but you get through anyway. It's just like super thrilling, You got to try to get through the gate, at least try. And then when you make it through, it's just this rush. You're like, I got through the gate, you know? It's an interesting moment. I feel that.
Oh my gosh, I'm a rule follower. I'm like, no, I can't. Like, this is like the time that my sister and my friend, like, we tried to put on makeup to get into like a men's strip club when we were 16 and pretend like we were over the age and we were gonna forget our licenses. I was like, guys, like, this is not, first of all, this is just not gonna work. Second of all, this is not being truthful. Come on. but then they chickened out and they didn't do it. So I don't know, but I'm rolling with Mariana. Like Mariana and Yolantis, really good tour guides for Denver.
Speaking of conferences, is anyone going to any of like the future ones, like Bitcoin conference, Consensus? There's Token, I guess, Dubai going on right now too. Julia, are you hopping on a plane to Dubai tonight?
You know, after the Philippines, I think I need to do some photo shoots and recover.
But you were in the area.
I was in the area. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're in the area. Just hop on a plane and go." I honestly thought this like I should just stay. I had this feeling of like I actually went to the bank to try to figure out how to buy like land in the Philippines because I was just so sad leaving. When is it? When is I want to go to Dubai. I do.
It's
I
right now.
Oh,
The
it's right
conference is
now.
it's well, technically the side events are like this weekend, but then the actual conference is like the 29th and 30th or something like that.
Wow, I was like totally like, you know what? I feel like I'm like close. I'm almost there, guys. Like I feel like I'm almost there. Like I'm almost synchronized back to like being in the sync of crypto, but I am just like like just a little out of sync, you know? Like I feel it. Like the areas like I'm there, but I miss them just by like a hair. So I'm trying to get like totally I think I need help to get more synchronized. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, Julia.
Thank you.
I got you.
Thanks.
Awkward silence, sponsored by Mariana.
No, it's okay. I'm a crazy artist. I live in like a different like my mind. So I like awkward silences.
But it would be cool to go to like an like Asian side of the world event. Like that's like on my bucket list is to
Mm.
go to like a Token Singapore or I don't even know whatever ones are that are in Hong Kong. One of these days, I'm gonna
I
drag Canessa with me.
Just
yeah.
get a ticket like 6 months in advance and they're super
See,
cheap.
Julia, I don't do that. I book my flights like I'll like know where I'm going like 8 hours before I know I'm going. Canessa
I like
knows.
that though. I like that. Sometimes that's cheap too. Sometimes it just calls you and you have to go and you have to listen to what's inside of you. Can't ignore it.
I think I got like was it my plane or my lodging like 72 hours before. No, it was my lodging for Portugal. I was like, I should probably book a hotel room. And it was like 72 hours before I was supposed to be there. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? Like it always works out. Like it does, but I know if I know Fancy was like my spirit animal who helped me like make Argentina possible. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten my shit together to go.
Whoa, what happened in Argentina?
It was the community summit last year for Decentraland, and which brings me to DevConnect 2025. It's this year in Buenos Aires. It's a giant ETH conference, November 17th to the 22nd. Like, what is Decentraland doing? Like, if Decentraland does not like, and I know they're gonna like, I heard Kim say definitely they're gonna do something, but
Buenos
that's
Aires.
the gotta do something. Like, that's the birthplace.
Whoa, so you guys are all going there in November?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's any official plans, but like it would be amazing if they did something. I know they did a lot for the community summit, had a lot of people come. So I'm not sure what the plans are, but I mean, seems like they ought to have something. And I don't know what Dev Connect, like what the venue or anything is going to be. Oh, actually,
Developers.
it's at La Rural. I can't say it, but it's that's not a big place. Remember where we had remember where we had that steak dinner, but that doesn't really narrow it down. But at Ruel,
Yeah, that building. Is it like that entire building
it
or?
must be I think just like how Eat Denver was like a rodeo the week before. I bet it's similar because that place is like a stockyard. So I bet that they clear out the
I'm never going back to Denver again. But I'll go to Buenos Aires if there's an ETH event.
it's that's going to be probably a nice time of year too. Maybe like going into spring.
Only because Denver airport, I have a really bad experience in the Denver airport. Terrible experience. It's my least favorite airport in the universe. Sorry,
Julia,
Jennifer.
were you just at this previous Eat Denver?
I was at Eat Denver. When was I? 2 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
I
I was
think
gonna
it was
say
2 years ago.
we missed you this year. Then I'm like,
I'm
oh,
not
we could
going
have
back
went.
to Denver. My cousin's there right now. I don't know. My body can't handle Denver. I passed out there. There's some kind of energy there. I don't know what it is. It's kind of funny. But
It's
I'll
It's
go
the
to
it.
fact that
Argentina.
it's the fact that it's in the mountains. I mean, when I went to Denver, it was my first time there, and like my first day was just awful because like when I landed, I was all right, but then as like the day progressed, I could feel my head started throbbing, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, I passed out and they forced me to go to the emergency room and I said I didn't want to go, but the guys in the tattoos were like you got to go. And then they later charged me $10,000 and I was like I didn't consent to this, but
Ladies and
they were like
this is
really good-looking EMT people and they were like, "Yeah, you got to go to the emergency room."
you
And I'm
gotta
like
come with us.
I don't want to go. And then they put stickers all over me. And all I needed was just water, and I just took too many mushroom gummies because Denver likes gummies, and I don't know. I just passed out. And I couldn't get on my flight, and I like passed out in the airport, and it was like a whole thing. And I honestly thought it was just like dark there because there's a lot of weird art. There's like some dark energy there, and I couldn't escape the airport either. Like I remember I was trapped there for 3 hours. I couldn't find the exit, and nobody helped me until one like woman guided me out. It was just, it was like a spiral. It was a circle, and I couldn't escape it.
Yeah, we definitely had to drink our water. Like, if we didn't drink water, like, I'm sure we would have found ourselves like in the same situation in Denver. So you definitely have to kind of take care of your body and listen to your body while you're there. So, and the drinks hit differently there too, is what I learned and felt.
Argentina sounds more humid, so that's nice, I think.
Well, when we went in May, it was like the perfect crisp weather. It was kind of like how it is right now in Cleveland, like just like very like cold, I guess.
Oh, I'm so
Um,
excited for Cleveland. Is
I
it
know
warm or cold?
it is currently cold here, Julia.
It's also
It's
cold
like
in Chicago right now.
yeah, it's like 47. But I think when Denver, not Denver, I'm sorry, that is scary, Julia.
I mean, it was like, I guess it was fun, scary. It wasn't like scary, but it was also like financially, I had to like dispute it later because I was like, I didn't want to go to the emergency room, but they
Yeah.
forced me to do it because they were kind of sneaky about it.
But yeah, I wonder how the summertime in Argentina is. Like, 'cause it's gonna be pretty much like right before summer, like maybe like the spring going into summer weather. So that'll be interesting to see how it is in Argentina. I don't have plans to go yet, but I definitely kind of want to go. But yeah, but this time around, I also want to go actually and see Patagonia. Because last
Ooh.
time I short tripped my trip or whatever, and I wish I had spent like a little bit more time to like go to Patagonia.
We will go. We will go. I spent
Yes.
like 5 days after with my friends that are not from Decentraland. They're like, I actually figured it out. They're like my oldest friends in my life. Like I met them when I was 5. They were one girl was an exchange student with my with like my aunt in Missouri, and then randomly like my mom stayed in touch with her throughout the years, and my aunt didn't. But and then her sister used to come and visit us when I was a teenager. So it was really cool because like I always wanted to go and visit them, and like they always said, "Come, come!" Like they have a ranch, and they were like, "Come, like visit us." So it was really cool and like very serendipitous that then They were surprised. They're like, "How did you come to like be involved with an Argentinian country company?" And it was very bizarre.
Sorry.
Like it was very cool to see how people actually lived. Like when we were there for the conference, it was just the hotel and like business, but then to actually see how people lived in the rest of the city and day to day life, and like go pick up their kid from school. And there's like guards and everything's fenced in, and they're like, right here's the Italian school, and right across the street is the French school, and like your child learns a different language and has like dual citizenship, so that if the country's economy collapses, you can just exodus and leave. And then the countryside was amazing. So it was crazy. They were like, you're driving down the freeway and there's just food trucks in the middle of the freeway with like table and chairs set up, and you can just stop and have lunch in the middle of the freeway. And then there were people selling giant fish on the side of the freeway, like way far away from the river. So um definitely think that there's way more to see there than we did, and different country and different, like, amazing people, like, yeah, definitely cool people.
What kind
And
of fish did you see?
oh, I don't know. I mean, the closest water is Rio Plata, which is like this really really crazy muddy river, and it's muddy because of the Amazon, draining into it way north. So that's the closest river. But my friends who live there, they're like, "Oh no, you would not eat there. You would not eat you would not want to eat there or get those fish." They did not know when they were captured or refrigerated. And like they have a cattle ranch, like 100 cattle on their ranch, and every night they have to go get them and bring them in, because otherwise they'll people will come and just.
Did I lose Canessa?
No, I
No.
oh no.
Oh no.
Can you hear anyone else in?
Okay, okay, now I can hear you, Canessa. For a second, you went away in mid sentence.
I know, I was probably being censored. Or we're rugging again. Maybe we should close up soon.
I've always wanted to sing to cows.
Have you seen the places where you can go like hug cows, and it's like cuteness aggression, and you get to like their therapy cows, because you can just there's this woman who just like hugs cows because you can just squish them as hard as you can.
They
I
don't
want
care.
to. I want to go back just for the steaks.
Yeah, the steaks, they changed
So
me.
you hug the cow and then you make it into a steak?
I don't think I can do that.
No, no.
Mm,
I remember my friends when they came to visit, the ones from Argentina, when I was like 13. I was a vegetarian, and they asked my mom, like, well, what does she eat? And, like, there's plenty to eat, but now I get it. Like, seeing how much Argentinians eat meat, I'm sure they were like, how does she survive if you don't eat meat? Like, what else is there? Because meat is definitely a staple.
cheese.
Yes, I ate a
And
lot of cheese.
and they were phenomenal d- down there. I mean, we have to label ours grass fed or organic. That's all theirs is. They don't have to label it as such.
Did you eat the questionable
I
meat?
tried. I said I'm here. I'm usually down to try something new. It was a very textury thing that was not overly pleasant for me.
It was I used the lemon, a lot of lemon. Cuz I think they were like glands and intestine and then like blood sausage. It was like meat made from their blood.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, just so people know, it's kind of like the, what is it, the giblets or whatever from a turkey, the weird parts that most people probably don't eat, but cows, I guess, have something similar, and we tried them. Some people did anyway.
Did you guys see turkeys?
I did not see turkeys, but I saw so many birds in the countryside, like crazy birds that were screaming, like "Wah!" like weird.
Dude, birds
I
are weird. We're kind of like people. I have this theory that like people are kind of like birds.
okay, how so?
Well,
Because yes, I agree,
all
but
the birds have different personalities or different calls, you know. And people also have different personalities. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me.
Well, there's that one singer. I'm like a bird. I'll only
Yeah,
fly away.
and certain singers are birds, and certain birds flock together.
yes, and some birds are like bilingual and trilingual. Like there'll be
Oh,
flocks of like in the north at least there's like chickadees, nuthatches, juncos, like bush tits. They'll all travel through the forest together, and if one sounds the like call for danger, like they all understand it. So they said they're like scientists, like in the animal world, it's the best example of like cross species communication that we have yet.
yeah, because they're very communicative birds with their sounds. I think that, and same with people. We have frequencies just like birds do.
And some are super, super smart too.
And some are very stupid. Like,
Just like people.
just like people. Uh, Turkeys, though, do crazy things. I've seen turkeys do weird things in the countryside. Like, turkeys do strange ritualistic things. Like, they circle things. Like, I don't know. That's why I asked about the turkeys and if you saw them do anything weird. Because I like to observe them. And I don't know. They're just a little, something's different. Oh, I gotta go. My model's here. It was nice to talk to you. I have to do a photo shoot now.
Have a wonderful day, Julia. Thank you for the energy and the
Yeah,
smiles.
and the weird vibes. I mean, the spiritual vibes. Okay,
Oh,
I gotta go get my model,
We
Kelsey.
love it. Take care, Julia. We'll see you
Take
on
care,
Decentraland.
guys.
We'll hang out later.
Okay, I'll see you guys on the other side.
uh, yeah, thank you, Julia. Thank you, Julia. And I mean, we've been going on for almost about like 2 hours and 30 minutes so far. What do you think, Vanessa? Should we start to wind down a little bit?
I think so. I think it is wonderful having everybody here, and yeah, definitely probably a good time.
Okay, so for some
Um,
reason I didn't hear anything of what you
Oh,
just said because it cut off. All I heard was "I think." Oh
oh
no.
no. How about now?
Canessa
One,
agrees.
did you hear
can you
her,
guys?
Sinful?
I heard Mariana.
Mariana can and one of you can translate.
Maybe I just
We
need to
can
go down and come back up.
we well, if
Okay.
you're she said she's good to go too. Real quick, I wanted to wanted to mention too. I saw last night Hugh Powell put together a scene on a with AI, Krea, or however you pronounce it, KR. I think it's KREA dot AI. A whole scene using it and put it on their world. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've been meaning to. So if you get a chance, check that out. I guess.
Do you have the link to it?
I don't. See. I'm guessing it's hughpow.dcl.eth, but that's a good question. If you're listening, Hugh, if you can post it, that would be awesome.
Yes,
But
Hugh, I want to check it out. Thank you, one exists. And yes, now I hear everyone. It was me. Mariana, any final thoughts?
Not really today. I don't know.
Not today.
Yeah, I don't know. Continue being engaged in Web3. I don't know. Taxes are done.
Nice. Time to
Prepare,
rest.
prepare your prepare your 2025 tax Excel file. I don't know. Get the first quarter done.
Mariana, can you like do tutorials like quarterly, like right now, be like,
Ooh.
hey guys, now this is how much pain you just went through. To change it, this is what you're going to do right now to save yourself the headache in 2026, and be like preemptive. Not that we'll do it, because we're still going to wait until like 2026 in like April 10th to be like, Mariana, I know you have a lot on your plate, but could you help me with my
Oh
taxes?
my gosh.
Not
Yeah,
that I
whatever you guys did this year, do the same thing next year, but keep track of your stuff. Yeah. And then yeah, that's all that I really got. Go to conferences.
Well,
I don't know.
well, thank you, Mariana, for being here. It's always nice to hear from you. And I mean, always good to see all our friends here. Like what, since 2021, well, in this space specifically, since May of 2022, we've been gathering, and a few of us, like every week, have been here, or like have always been here. Like it's really good to see. Um, and I guess, I mean, my final thoughts, beyond the NFT, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be having Bat to Earn coming into the show, and we will get to know what our resident Pelican is up to. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I'm gonna butcher his name, but I wish I had a little more context about it, because this is kind of a cool thing. Crypto Minotaur tonight, at the MetaTribe Plaza at, I'm trying to look for a time. At 10 p.m. Eastern. Um, a Crypto Minotaur likes to host these DJ events after out. He calls them Metaverse After Hours. This week he has a guest DJ coming in, which is one of his IRL friends, I believe, that like he's been trying to like bring into Decentraland for the last like couple years. And finally he seemed to like, show some interest and want to perform. I'm gonna butcher his name. His name is Austin de Chenet. Chenene? Cheni? I don't know. It's French. And it looks French. I just see a little thing over the E. I couldn't, yeah, I'm uneducated. But anyway, yes,
A
let's,
tilde? A
huh?
tilde? A tilde?
No, CHE, and that E has a little
Tilde?
like thing at the top, and
I think
then
it's called a
NE.
tilde.
Okay, okay. So,
That's what I was getting at.
so
I think. I could be
how do
wrong.
you pronounce
I
the tilde or whatever?
When it's over the letter, I don't know specifically.
What sound does it make? But yeah, so Austin, let's call him the Chenny. Uh, and he will be performing tonight at the MetaTri Plaza. I wish I didn't butcher that, but definitely new friend coming in, want to show love, want to support, and want to get to know him. Like, if if it's someone that will bring new life to this world with his own vibe, his own creations, like, we welcome it for sure. Um,
Um,
and what's up?
one more thing too. 'Cause I had wanted to mention earlier. Sorry. It won't take long. Because you guys were talking about sound and the music, and maybe with the pets or other things. After what the evil Mr. Mean Green Doge did with his challenge to get his egg, which was purely brilliant in my opinion, and I loved it. Um, Anything could be quite possible with sound, evidently. So, um, yeah, Mean Green Doge had the coolest, to me, ever challenge to get his egg, and you had to know a little bit about sounds, is all I can say, because it was hidden in the sound. And well, Mohedi got it first, but he passed the prize on to the next person because he already had one. And I was there, and Chrono T came through, and I'm like, Why do I feel like if anybody's going to get it, it's going to be him? And sure enough, took him maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and he got it. Blew my mind.
Yep, yep. I know a lot of people were very, very frustrated at Mean Green Doges, but yeah, it was funny. Perfect use of an event and like, kind of a perfect way to apply something that is difficult into our world. All right, Vanessa, I'll pass it back to you for your final thoughts, and you can lead us into the rest of our weekend with a song.
Oh gosh. Oh. Yeah, just thank you everybody for taking the time to be here. And yeah, it sounds like Julia is excited about building. So if anybody, has ways that they can contribute to her, that'd be awesome. And otherwise, have a good week. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Let's see, ABC, Decentraland in a few hours, Crypto Minotaur, and I don't think there's anything tomorrow. So thanks for being here. Have a good week. Take care.
Bye.